Harris Taylor Show.
To go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make the change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Testing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Testing Results, oh yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Drastic Results with Tony Harris Taylor Show. And today we have a virtual guest out of Atlanta. And so I'm excited to introduce you to my friend Gabe O'Neill with Digital Accelerant. Before we bring up Gabe, though, I have got to catch you up. So much is going on, and I'm super excited about all that I have happening. And I want to share some of that with you. So, the website is up for the Profitable Events for Drastic Results event. It is April 29th and 30th. It is a 2-day event and it is all virtual, right? So you don't want to miss any of it because, of course, networking is a major part of the event. And you just need to be in the house because that's the way you learn, by showing up. So, Profitable Events for Drastic Results is all about how to create events that you can make more money. And what I've learned is events give over and over and over again. And so I'm excited to introduce you to the concept of running your own events so that you can get drastic results in your business. So Profitable Events for drasticresults.com. Show up and be up and connect with my community, and it's going to be amazing. And I tell you, I did 5 events. I've done 5 events without using my own money. And I'm going to show you how to get sponsorship for your events, and then also how to sell more, how to make a compelling offer so that your audience will want to come to your events and they then want to buy your programs. So Profitable Events for Drastic Results. All right. So speaking of showing up, it's amazing how this works. I was invited to a networking organization. It's a national organization, but someone out of California invited me. And I showed up. It was a morning meeting. It was virtual. And that's where I met my friend Gabe. And he's a member of the organization, as I always do. When I go to virtual events, I don't just show up and then nothing happens when you click off. You got to schedule appointments. So I was very drastic and intentional. And one of the appointments I scheduled was with Mr. Gabe. And Gabe and I built a connection, and he has digital business cards, but no, not your regular old digital business card. These are special digital business cards. So I'm going to give you the opportunity to experience our cards. If you can pick up your phone right now and you see mine is there. Just text the word drastic to 321-421-5213 and you'll see the digital business card. But without further ado, I'm going to bring Mr. Gabe to the stream. Hello, Gabe. How are you?
Well, hello, Tony, and thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited. I love all the production that you're doing. I love everything that you're doing. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this.
Awesome. I am too. And so, Gabe, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do? And good morning, Caitlin. I see you. Thank you.
Okay, so my name is Gabe O'Neill. I'm known, by the way, as the godfather of the digital business cards. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. And how that came to be, I mean, I've been in software development for most of my adult life. And as a matter of fact, I had I guess the highlight of one of my things in my career when we did a project for the DEA that got showcased on stage at FOSSE, which is the um, Federal Office Systems Expo in Washington D.C., and I got to live demonstrate my.
Sorry. Sorry, I clicked the button.
Yeah, I thought you were kicking me off already
No,
by that.
no, no, you're there.
Yeah. So anyway, I happened to be. I was told that I was going to present on stage at this show in front of 5,000 people, and Bill Gates was going to introduce me, and I was going to be on C-SPAN, and the most I'd ever done before that was 20 people. So that and it was a 40-minute live software demonstration. And if you know what that means, it means that there's bugs flying and glitches going. We
Oh
went
my
through we
gosh.
went through the whole thing without one glitch. It worked exactly as scripted. And so that was anyway. That's kind of where I come from. But building systems like that was really what I've been involved with for most of my life. I born in Canada, lived in Maryland for a long time. Went to high school in Florida, so I've been living around the U.S. And then in about 2015, we moved here to Atlanta, and I didn't really know anybody. So obviously, the best way to get to know people is to network, right? And so I
Yes.
did that. And that was going fine for the first couple of years, and then all of a sudden we moved from one um, place in Atlanta to another suburb, which was about an hour away. So I had to start all over again with my networking people, and you know how long it takes to get a good base of people when you're doing it in person. And I was a software developer. I needed a contract, so I said, "Well, how can I expedite this process?"
Okay.
So I thought, "Well, what if I give something to people of value? What if I build them something that spend a few hours on it, don't ask for anything in return, just build something so they can see my work ethic, they can see my creativity, and they also can see that I do what I say I'm going to do. That's very, very important to me. There's not enough people follow up on what they actually say they're going to do.
True.
So I said, well, maybe I'll build them. I don't know, maybe a digital business card. I had one that I built. There was a PDF file, and it was really couldn't. It wasn't right for this application at all. So I redesigned it as a landing page, and went to a local networking place at 8:30 in the morning. Stood up, said, "Anybody wants a free digital card? See me after." And instead of that awkward silence when you normally get when you're new and everybody else knows each other and they're talking to each other, they're all lining up to get one of these digital cards. So it worked. It worked a lot better than I'd even hoped. But at the same time, I never even thought of ever selling them. I thought, well, no, who's going to buy these things? Nobody's going to buy them. And so I had all these negative glass ceilings that I imposed in front of on top of my own self. And once I realized, wait a minute, let me pull that ceiling away. Let me see what's up there because I think this could be a real opportunity. So that and then we started selling them. So it's and we started develop not only selling them but adding to them,
Mhm.
innovating and adding more to them. I know there's a lot of digital business cards out there, but many of them are fairly one sided or
Yeah, they're
they're
very static,
right,
right?
right,
And
mhm,
they're just like, so when
right.
I saw yours, I was so impressed with the graphics. I am a very visual person. And
Mhm.
so I want to encourage everyone that's listening to go to text Gabe to 321-421-5213. Text drastic to 321-421-5213. And yes, that is a catchy phone number that Gabe. There you go. And text NIA. So I actually have these digital business cards in different versions. They are a website, right? So I can he has a link and you can bring it up on a computer. So when you are networking virtually, you share your screen if they allow it, and you can put your digital business card on the screen. Ours are animated, so they move and do a lot of gyrations. But he also gives uh, and I'm holding that. Let me see. I'm gonna have to get up and hold this a little closer to the camera. So he also gives you a name card that you can put on a lanyard, and the QR code is there. And then I took that, and there you go. And then I took that and I printed it out. Now I'm gonna tell you, Gabe, I had to take off your lanyard because I always have to have a bling lanyard. I'm just saying.
That's fine.
IJS, IJS. I gotta have a bling lanyard.
That's
So
okay. I'm not
I
offended.
these. So when I do an expo, I just set them up at the booth. So they actually have multiple uses, and people are like, wow, you talk about first impressions, great first impression. That digital business card makes a great first impression.
Hmm.
So tell me, Gabe, who's an ideal person to get a digital business card?
Well, it's interesting. So everybody thinks, oh, these would be great for realtors. And funny enough, um, they're of all the clients that I have, they're the ones who don't get the immediate results that everybody else does. Because for one, it takes a long time to either decide you're going to buy or decide you're going to sell your house. Um, and for two, most people already have a realtor anyway. But so everybody said, "Oh, this would be great for realtors." Um, but if you look at everything else, I
Yeah,
mean, we have if you go to our website, it's digitalaccelerant.com. And if you go to that website, you'll see on the home page there's a, a graphic that says "Click here to see examples." You'll see all my clients. It's one of the things that we do is when you get a card, you get posted on this page, and so over the months or over the I guess a couple of years now, we've accumulated a lot of people, and you'll see every kind of different background. We've got landscapers, we've got painters, we've got lawyers, we've got mortgage people, we've got financial people, we've got insurance people. So it's basically really whoever's out there trying to network and trying to make a name for himself, trying to stand out among the crowd. I mean, that's really what it's designed to do. And
absolutely.
everything that I've ever done, when it comes to marketing, I know that if you start like your little self and you're trying to get out in front of the world, you have to do something different, right?
You have to
And
be drastic. You
yeah.
have to stand out.
Hmm.
Now, I'm going to just preface this by saying his cards are an investment. It's a marketing investment. So don't look to pay, although he has a base card at $99.
Hmm.
But y'all know I'm drastic. So I bought the top card. Plus, I like shiny objects and I like to be impressive. And
Hmm.
so I bought the top card. Um, but it's anything in the middle. You can get free digital cards. Here's my issue with the free cards. You don't look different. You look just like everybody else who has the exact same free card. But Gabe takes a lot of time to learn who you are in your business and to create the card. But here's what's real, which I didn't even understand this when I got my card. I thought I was getting a card and nice to meet you, Gabe. But Gabe actually has a whole community. He has a networking group. He does something at least once a month. He has a Facebook group with all. How brilliant it was for you to take those entrepreneurs and put them in a solid network. So, talk about how you went from the technology piece to now being almost a networking organization.
Well, it's funny because I guess it kind of started hand in hand, right? When I was in the networking group, I was giving away the digital cards to those people and then they came out, and so since we got a bunch of them, we put them all on one page, just like there is one now, so everybody could go there and refer each other out. And then at one point, when COVID happened, I thought that was the end of me. But then I started finding these online virtual groups, and that's when I discovered breakout rooms and Zoom. I said, "Well, this is brilliant," and then I knew I could do that myself. So I kind of emailed everybody. I said, If I can get 30 people to say yes, I'm going to start this thing, and immediately I got a huge response. So I started the networking, and that kind of brought everybody together. So to be able to, that's one of my favorite parts of this whole thing is well, for one, I get to I do a one-on-one with every single client, so I get to know them a little bit. But
Mhm.
then when we bring them together, I watch them do business together with each other. I watch them support each other. I watch them, offer things to each other, and it becomes an incredibly. I mean, there's a ton of value in that. And these are all folks who have were kind of like-minded. They went out on a limb because before our digital card came along, there was nothing like it, and there still isn't, other than ours. I'm not being boastful by saying that. It's because I did that on purpose. I did not want our card to act like any other card, and
Right,
we're doing that right now. And so everybody had to take a bit of a leap of faith because they'd never had one before,
right,
and so they all have that in common. So when they get together, it's kind of a bonding thing, and then it's so easy to get each other's card, and so they just interact. So yeah, it's so we do have once a week power hours where we get together, and it's not just about networking. It's also about somebody will speak for 5 minutes on a subject matter that they're an expert on, so that everybody can benefit from that.
okay,
And then and usually when you have a speaker, it's just the speaker speaks and everybody, he speaks about insurance and everybody gets bored. And then two people are polite and ask questions after it. But no, this is different. The speech is usually about something that everybody can use in their business. And then after the speaker's done, he conducts what basically a discussion, because guess what? He or she is not the smartest person in the room. There's a
right,
lot of smart people in the room. So
right,
we get everybody's intake on that same subject, and then it
right.
becomes 3 times as powerful. So
Well,
those things I really, really love.
well, how brilliant it was for you to see a need and feel it, especially when COVID happened. And you, sir, are the definition of a drastic stepper, like I am. When you
Hmm.
take a negative situation and you make something positive, not only for yourself, but for your community and the people around you. So I've
Hmm.
met some great people in your community already, and I continue to flourish in those networks. And I'm going to do better with showing up to more power hours and really showing people how they can use these digital business cards to stand out. Because one of the things I teach is all about standing out and looking different. Now,
Hmm.
the other thing I teach my clients is multiple streams of income,
Right.
why that's important. And sometimes we are hard headed and slow to get out the gate.
Hmm.
But when I saw the card, I got smart and I said, I have people in my network that need this card. And so you have an affiliate program. Go ahead and
I
talk
do.
about the affiliate program.
I do. So if you look at our store, we've actually, I'm not a person who likes idle hands, so I'm always innovating, and I'm always adding more and more features to it. And so there's quite a bit of different things that you can get to it. And so we put them together in different packages. And so the idea is that you can start at $99, and you'll get a very nice card that you can text a keyword. You get a keyword for that. But there's a lot of other things that are involved as well. And the affiliate program is designed to allow you to share it and then make pretty decent money off of it,
Mhm.
depending on how well you do. We do charge for the affiliate program, and that's because everybody would sign up if I didn't. Oh yeah, put me in, and then I go through all the trouble of putting them in the system and all that, and then I never hear from them, or they don't put any effort into it. Basically, it's kind of a nominal fee what we charge, but and then you get that money back, hopefully in
Absolutely.
droves, shortly thereafter.
Well,
Again.
okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because I did sign up for the affiliate program, and I recommend if you're a digital marketer, a branding expert, Caitlin, if you're still watching, I'm going to connect you to Gabe because this is perfect, perfect, perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, digital marketer, branding expert, social media expert, um, business coach. You need to connect to Gabe so you can send your clients to Gabe and get into his affiliate program. So
Mm-hmm.
I referred one client to Gabe. He bought two cards, and I just got a deposit yesterday for $350. Like, that's a generous affiliate, sir. And that is bill money. I mean,
Not too shabby.
that is not too freaking shabby. I guess I'm just late to the party, plus I'm busy. But if you came to my viral networking conference, and if you come this year, I'm going to talk about how to accessorize your business. If you are already serving clients in any kind of way, helping them be more visible, my NIA, fellow NIA people, if you're
Mm-hmm.
watching this, y'all need to know Gabe because you can get a card and then you can sell the cards to your members, and it makes perfect sense, and he is paying real money. So Gabe, stay tuned for more connections because I don't think I got the reality of the money, but I'm going to make the money I spent with you back from referrals.
Mm-hmm.
And the
That'd be
nice thing
great.
is I just got to make the connection, you take it from there.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much for opening my eyes bigger and wider to what's possible with the digital business cards.
Oh, my pleasure, and it's been a joy working with you. I love again. I love it when people get it. I mean, you get what we're trying to do. We're trying to do something very, very different. And you mentioned business coaches. That's a perfect client to have one because if for one, another thing that it does when people first see the card, they look at it and they go, wow. I mean, and that was your reaction, as I recall, when you saw
Yes,
mine. And then when
yes,
that happens, that whoever has that card, their digital profile just skyrocketed.
yeah,
So now I got this business coach. He's got this incredible digital card that I've never seen before. And I go to this other business coach. He gives me a paper card. Which one am I going to go with, right?
absolutely. So
So
let me say this too about the digital card. First of all, Val said she wants a connection, and Caitlin says, "What a great timing for my upcoming conference because you are going to be virtual. You need a way to show up, and the digital business card is the way to do it." But one of the real important things that we didn't mention here, Gabe, is when people, it's a text to join type of thing. So they text the number, and then I get their phone number for marketing purposes. So
mhm.
talk about how that works and what the flow should be for that, Gabe.
Yeah, so when people text like Gabe to 321-421-5213 or drastic to the same number 321-421-5213, an email gets sent to us, and it will have the person's phone number on it. However, we also have a back end that we didn't even mention. We've got the analytics portion where you can where it collects all that information, and when you go to look at it, you can see, okay, how many times has my card been accessed in the last 30 days? What are they doing when they get on the card? Are they watching the video? Are they going to my Facebook channel? What are they doing? So all of that is included on that. But the part that I love the most is when I see who texted me in the last 30 days. And then it gives you a list of numbers, not only numbers, but it also goes out to the phone company and gets the name from them as well.
Oh,
And so you get a sense of, okay, well, I remember that person, and you can take that and export that to your CRM if you have one. But if you don't have one, there's a way to follow up within the system where you can write notes on the person. This is where I met them. I met them at Tony's NIA, and on this particular date, this is what they do. This is what they're interested in. And so that way it helps you follow up from the time you meet that person to the time you either close or don't close that business. It's really, and coming very, very soon is the ability to text people back from within the program. So and if so, they can opt into your campaign, and you can send out mass text to everybody within the system. So
Wow.
that's I've been doing a lot of developing in the last couple of months. That was supposed to come earlier, but now I'm almost finished with everything else. Now I can refocus on that. It's almost done. I'm just in the final testing phases of that part of it as well. So there's
Yay, Gabe. And I love how innovative you are. So I'm excited to be a part of your community. So you have an event coming up. Speaking of events, right? Tony's all about the events. So tell
Mhm.
us about the collaboration forum.
Well, that's another thing that the cool thing about that is during one of our power hours, our one of my favorite clients, the Diva to 21
Yes,
to
Diva.
321 421 5213, she runs a yearly event to augment her business, and it's a big huge deal. So her speech that day was how to use events to help grow your business, kind of similar to what Tony's going to be doing at the end of April. And and so out of that power hour, we kind of thought, well, what if I started having events that benefited everybody in the group? And so the collaboration forum is an extrapolation of the power hour, in that it takes 10 of our digital card owners, puts them in 5 rooms on Zoom. So each person gets half an hour, and two people per room. They each get a topic. They talk for the 5 minutes, and then they conduct that same basically workshop within it. And people have gotten incredible feedback from that about how I mean, it's not just a networking thing. As a matter of fact, it's not about giving your 30 seconds. It's about if you chime in, and we ask you to offer your opinions and your insight and your knowledge on certain subjects. And once you do that, that's a much deeper way to connect with people, because people
Absolutely.
notice that, right? And
Absolutely.
so yeah, that's so the next one we're having is it's open to the public. Anybody can join. If you go to if you text forum to 21,000, it'll take you right to the to that it's an event card that we have, a digital card there, and you can register right away. And it's just a fantastic fantastic opportunity. And you're speaking at that one, as I recall. Yes.
Yes, I am
So
speaking
Tony's
at
one of
my
the speakers, and yeah, and so there's a lot of different subjects that we go over, and it's a free hour, and it's just nothing but value in it.
Yay, awesome. Well, I appreciate all the effort you're making to help us to show up differently, digitally, and then bringing us together in a one space. And so I have several connections for you, Gabe. This is the power of meeting with me one to one, because once you start talking, I'm thinking, okay, he needs to meet Jennifer, Val, Caitlin, Day. I'm just going through the people in my brain.
Hmm.
Gresham, Andrew. You know Andrea. Andrea is Andrea Hancock.
Oh,
So
right, right. Yeah, she's a
yeah,
client.
yeah, she's in my coaching group. So yeah, I got several connections for you. Thank you so much, Gabe, for taking a little bit of time to introduce yourself. And your community is awesome. Get you a digital business card. It's $99 to, a lot of money, but the lot of money, sign up to be an affiliate and make the money back. Make that the bracelet to your business coaching, social media, digital marketing business.
Hmm.
So, Gabe, you
Very good.
rock. I
Thank you. So do you.
appreciate you. And I look forward to your upcoming event and doing more business with you, sir, because I like mailbox money.
Mailbox money.
We
Awesome.
gotta change mailbox money to ping money. Yes, you've got money. Thank you so much, Gabe.
Thanks
Take
for having me,
care.
Tony. I
And
appreciate it. And anybody wants my calendar's right on my card. If you just text Gabe to 321 421 5213, and just jump on my calendar. I love talking about it. So, and I love to find out how we can help you best.
awesome. This is Tony Harris Taylor saying take a drastic step today for a fantastic tomorrow. See you next week. Bye.
With Tony Harris,